Well, now that Hillary Clinton has turned a corner as the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, the first woman in the nation to do so, women's rights are coming into focus on the campaign trail. Clinton has already made it clear she plans to use it as a weapon against her presumptive GOP opponent.
When Donald Trump says, "Let's make America great again," that is code for let's take America backward. Back to a time when opportunity and dignity were reserved for some, not all. Back to the days when abortion was illegal, women had far fewer options, and life for too many women and girls was limited. Well, Donald, those days are over.
So let's talk about all of this. Scotty Nell Hughes, political editor, RightAlerts.com, and Lauren Leader-Chivee, co-founder and CEO of the All In Together campaign, a nonpartisan women's political leadership organization. Thank you both for coming on, ladies. I look forward to speaking with you. Lauren, I'm just curious what your view is. How much weight do you think this carries that Hillary Clinton is the first female presumptive nominee of a major party?
I mean, it is incredibly important, and it's important for all women, Republicans and Democrats, by the way, that we have an example of a woman who's able to break through. You know, it's been 32 years since we've had anyone come even close. Geraldine Ferraro as vice president, I remember it very well. I was inspired by her as a young girl to see that as an important message. And, you know, obviously not, you know, there's 76 million women registered to vote in the United States. They don't all support her. Obviously, you've got two guests on today who have different views about her. But it is important. It's important for the future. It's important for political participation. Women across the country are actually underengaged politically. They outvote men in national elections, but in almost every other measure of political engagement, women are far behind. They're not running for office. They're not stepping up to lead. And that's something we need women to do on both sides of the aisle, regardless of their politics. So my hope is that her presence, again, whether you support her or not, will inspire another generation of women to get more engaged in the political process.
And Scotty Nell, do you think this makes Donald Trump more vulnerable on women?
I don't know if it makes him more vulnerable, and I agree. This is a great monumental event to have a woman as the presumption nominee of a major party. But let's not forget, we also had Sarah Palin in 2008. So she actually was a VP candidate as well that did have a major party ticket. But I think that's where the accolades actually end. I think at this point now we actually start looking at these people and we take gender out of it, even though it's going to be tried to be introduced as often as possible. And look at the policies for both men and women, for Americans, and who actually has to offer. And I think that now that we've got her the nominee, she's gotten her ribbon and her sash. That's fantastic. Now let's actually look at what they can do for all Americans and families as a whole.
And Lauren, we know that Clinton met recently with Massachusetts Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, a big Trump critic, known as a progressive. She's now backing Clinton. Could she be a VP pick? And in your view, is the country ready for a two-women party ticket?
Well, so I'll say that a month ago, I didn't think she would be a VP pick, partially because I actually think that, you know, the Clinton campaign would like to attract and peel off Republican women or centrist Republicans who are turned off by Trump. There is a good number of those, and as has been well documented and well reported. I think the question becomes whether or not she does better by attracting Sanders voters, which is obviously a totally different end of the spectrum. You know, Elizabeth Warren is someone who excites enormous passion among progressives, but she's also been a big critic of big business, and I think that's going to be a tough one for even moderate Republicans to swallow. So I think it winds up being a pretty dramatic either or for Hillary. On the other side, I do think that it is you know, something that would be incredibly exciting. We've never seen it before, but her policies are definitely, you know, on the Sanders end of the Democratic Party, on a much more progressive, you know, left-leaning side, and that's not always been a comfortable place for Hillary. So we'll see. It's going to be a fascinating journey to watch. I'm more convinced than I was a couple weeks ago that she actually could wind up picked. I didn't think that would be the case, but now that we see the passion, the energy from Sanders voters and how powerful they really have been, I suspect the calculus will be that that's a better bid than somebody who comes more from the center.
Until there's an announcement, the VP speculation for both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton will continue to swirl. Scotty Nell Hughes, Lauren, we do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.